You know, since I've gotten older, I don't really try to hunt vacuums out during like cleanup week, but sometimes I just see a familiar handle and I have to stop. Well, there was a Miele, and this Miele had its cord cut off, of course, and it was very scuffed up when I got it. I've gotten a good chunk of those out, but clearly the scratches, they're still here, and they're not going to go anywhere. But it looks a lot better than it does. The problem with this was it was clogged. it and they had clearly attempted to fix it themselves, because this back here was pulled way back and out of place, and they had bent the plastic here, so as you can see, there's a little bit of a gap here now because I trimmed the plastic. They had bent it so much that it was jutting out, and when the machine went far back enough, the edge of the top over here would snag on the bottom of here, and it would pull it even further out. And they had also managed to bend the little guiding piece in here that kind of slots into a little slot. And of course it's missing the little back cover here. So I mean, they had attempted to work on it, but they clearly didn't know what they were doing. The clog itself, though, was in the it was before the swivel collar, but kind of in that little plastic neck that leads down to the hose into the nozzle. And from what I saw, it was a big piece of like well, not big, but it was like a piece of solid like metal wire or something along those lines. But yeah, kind of ridiculous what people throw out. But I will say this is the first Miele upright that I've changed cords on, and I do not want to do that again. It's a hassle. And I know things up here aren't sitting quite as they should, because you can still see there's a little bit of a gap here. I ran into some problems where one of the wires actually snapped loose from one of the connectors, and I have no soldering skills. So I ended up putting a what do you call that? A female spade connector over it, and then of course, with the limited amount of space in here, I had to bend it a little bit in order to make room. And then this cord isn't quite as thin, or at least, you know, the outer jacket isn't as thin, so I ended up having to hollow out some plastic up here just to make room for the cord to sit in there. Yeah, big pain. And it doesn't have an after filter, because I'm not wasting the after filter on this. It's like my plan was, you know, let's see if we can get it working, and if I can't get it working, I can always part it out, because these hoses go for a fair amount on eBay. But I figured now that I at least have a fully running machine, I'll just stick it on Marketplace, put a decent price on it. You know, missing tools and the HEPA filter, I figured 60, 80 bucks or something like that. Someone will pay for that. It's a Miele, after all. And it's not in bad shape, other than cosmetic. But and of course, without the filter, this doesn't stay closed. So yeah, I mean, you know, if they had taken this to somebody who actually understands how to work on them, they would have been fine. But instead, you know, they decided to just toss out this probably what, $500-600 vacuum just because, you know, they clogged it. Oh well. Once again, somebody else's stupidity worked to my benefit.